Hello guys, how are you guys doing? Okay, so hope you're good though. Anyways, let's talk about social media. Social media, yeah, some people call it social medium. I'm not saying it's wrong though, but all join. Let's talk about social media. Something that people hardly talk about. I think we should just discuss it because of the recent things that have been happening here and there. So I just felt we should talk about it. I mean, we could be helping one or two persons out there. So come close. Let's talk. Let's chat. Okay. So when I talk about social media, of course, I'm talking about what they call it now, the Instagram, the Twitter, the YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and the likes. Just name it. Let's be sincere. With the recent happenings, we can actually say that not everyone, not everyone is matured enough to be on social media space. No, not everyone is matured enough to be on that space, and not everyone is able to handle the realities of social media. Social media is not just all about posting pictures, videos, and all that. There are a whole lot that comes with social media. Like I said, not everyone is emotionally mature enough to handle the realities of social media. Yes, whether we agree or not, that's the truth. Not everyone is mature enough to handle the realities of social media. And guess what? That's okay. That's okay, but it only becomes a problem when you stay in a space that you are not ready for. Yes, that's when it becomes a problem. When you stay in a space that you're not ready for. And let's be clear, social media is not just all about posting pictures, trends, and I mean, that's not what social media is all about. It's a space that is filled with opinion, criticism, comparison, rejection, sometimes harsh truth. Let's be sincere with ourselves because, like I said, why am I doing this video? Because of the recent happenings. For instance, let's even look at the case of VDM and what's her name now, Michi. With the bully here and there, according to her, people were bullying her and all that. Like we all know, she started the whole issue with VDM. Okay, so people have been throwing a whole lot of, things are hard. Is it the comments and all that, harsh words and all that? If someone hasn't developed emotional maturity, you know what happens? Every disagreement will feel like an attack. Yes. And every opposing opinion will actually feel like disrespect. And when this happens, most times you see that these people start complaining of being bullied and all that, and at the end of the day, they may tend to do something dangerous to themselves. They may even go depressed. That's why I said earlier, if you're not capable of handling that space, that's the space of social media, don't even get into it in the first place. That is why it baffles me when you see adults putting children on social media. You see parents, it baffles me. Let me even leave. It baffles me when I see children on social media. It's crazy. Why am I saying this? Because how do you want these kids to actually be able to handle the contents that are out there, especially when not controlled? For me, if you ask me, kids should not, they shouldn't be on social media. They shouldn't have access to social media until a certain age that they are able to manage their emotions, they're able to control what contents that they take in, and they shouldn't be. So if a person is not mature enough to handle this, what happens? Most times, depression sets in, the thought of buying themselves sets in, which shouldn't be. Because every correction will now feel like humiliation. And what happens? These individuals will feel attack at the correction instead of responding with understanding. Yes. Instead of responding with understanding. Most times, what happens? It will end up creating public drama. End up creating disagreements. Trolls here and there, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. If you're not matured enough to handle that space, get off that space. I know that words, that's in terms of comments, I know that the way most people talk can actually get to you. I can actually get to a person. I know. But sometimes, like the example I used earlier, on a live section, the lady in question, Michi, took something which is detrimental to her own health. Because of what? According to her, she's being bullied. What I expected her to have done is get off that space for some time. Take out time, take care of your mental health, take care of yourself. Then when you're emotionally stable, you can come back. Emotionally immature people, what do? They seek validation instead of connection. Yes, emotionally immature people, they seek what? Validation instead of connection. They post for applause. They post for people to comment. Instead of just being, expressive of what they actually want to do. And when this doesn't come, they get angry. When it doesn't come, they spiral. Yes. When criticism comes, they explode. So you see, you have to be matured to be on that space. What space am I talking about? The social media space. You have to be matured to be on that space. Because it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. With a whole lot of this here and there, and it doesn't add up. Let's be real with ourselves, if we must tell ourselves the truth. When you're posting pictures, you're posting videos, you're posting this, if there are negative comments, you should know how to handle it, how to react to it. Not negatively, not in a way that it will affect you as a person in a negative way. No. To the extent of wanting to do something hurtful to yourself. It shouldn't be. This set of people that are not emotionally mature, what do? They struggle to separate their identity from feedbacks. Yes, they struggle to separate their identity from feedbacks. And when there is a small misunderstanding online, maybe someone says something about them in the comments or something, instead of reacting to it in a responsible way, they escalate it. That's they turn it to war. And then back and forth. It shouldn't be so. Sometimes I see these things and I just laugh. And I'm like, nah, this person shouldn't be here. And when I talk of maturity, don't get me wrong, maturity is not about age. It's not about age. In as much as I said, children shouldn't be allowed on that space without supervision, without being monitored. Will I really call it being monitored? Yes, being monitored by their guardians, by their parents and all that. They shouldn't be allowed on that space. That is for children. But when it comes to being an adult, say from 18 and above, you're an adult, of course, in Nigeria. Like I said, in terms of the age, maturity is not about age. It's about your mental state. It's about what? Your mental state. So you really need to work on your mentality before you take yourself to that space called what? Social media. If not, you crash. Yes, if the truth is, social media amplifies who you already are, whether we like it or not. That's the truth. Social media amplifies who you already are. If you are not emotionally mature offline, guess what? Online, it will show. Whether you agree with me or not, it will show. Social media only amplifies who a person is in reality. Yes. So you have to be emotionally mature offline before you can get online, because if not, social media will only make it louder. Yes, it will only make it louder and everybody will get to see you for who you are. And sometimes when those narratives are out there, for you to actually take it back, I mean, try to talk to people, tell them this is a misunderstanding and all that. Most times, people have already taken that part of the narrative out there. Then when you try to explain, to get back to that state is a little bit difficult. Growth requires self-awareness. Yes. You need to be fully aware of who you are. You need to also make sure that your self-esteem is intact before you even think of getting into that space of social media. You need to be sure that your self-esteem is intact. It also requires accountability. Yes. When you do some things and then a whole lot of things is being thrown at you, and you need to be accountable of your actions online. Yes, that's why sometimes you see that people come online, say a whole lot of things without even making sure that what they are actually putting out there is the right thing. And at the end of the day, you see that they are being maybe arrested for this or for that and all that. So you need to be accountable, yes, of your actions. That's of the information you put out there, of how you also need to be accountable of your reaction, not just your action, your reaction too. You need to be accountable. Accountability is one of it. You also need to have that ability of pausing most times before you react to most of the things that are being thrown at you. You need to pause sometimes, think through it before you react to most of the things that, I mean, people throw at you. You don't just react. At the end of the day, you end up regretting your actions. Hi, who is this person with all this noise? Can the person just move? Anyways, though. Okay, so the noise is crazy. But anyways, hope you can hear me. Okay, so sometimes, not every battle deserve a response. Yes, and not every comment deserve your energy. Let me say that again. Sometimes, not every battle deserve a response, and most of the time, not every comment deserve your energy. Sometimes, I mean, just with the whole boaha online and all that, even offline, just choose peace. And when you're on social media, you see that it's not going, like, it's all getting, I mean, crazy and all that. Choose to just log out. Yes, log out sometimes. Instead of trying to prove yourself, instead of trying to prove a point, just log out and choose peace. Get yourself together and you can come back refreshed and better. I hope this helps. Anyways, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Please do so that we can actually engage in more of these real issues. I believe it will help one or two persons out there. And don't forget to like Don't forget to comment, because I also like to know your thoughts. And don't also forget to share so that it can get to, as many people as possible. Take care. Cheers.